Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Driving Me Crazy podcast. I am Avery Jones.
And I'm Chase Golden.
Welcome back, sir. Now, we recorded the first two episodes in one go before anything had even come out. So this is the first time we're actually doing the show knowing, how many people are actually listening and things like that. Let's check our view count, actually, while we're talking. We got 47.
47. Okay, let's beat that.
That's just on YouTube. This podcast is available across multiple apps.
Some apps we don't even know them yet.
Yeah, so we're on things like Breaker and Google Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, and Spotify. I've only heard of 2 of those things.
I've heard of a few.
Our voices are out there, and we're glad that you're here this time. And we hope maybe that you'll continue to come back. We should look at comments.
Is there any comments?
We've got 4 comments on one. Let's see what it says.
Let's see.
That is a smiley face. Thanks. Awesome stuff. Can't wait to listen to more.
Oh,
okay,
that's sweet.
So that was great. And let's check in on Wonderland 4. At least we're consistent. Saw this movie mainly because I was bored.
That's a very accurate description.
Pretty good.
Never heard of Wonderland or Face Off, but I did watch Ghost Rider and Ghost Rider 2. Love those 2 movies. Me and Chase have something in common. We're both movie collectors. I have over 530 DVD. That's a very accurate number.
How many DVDs do you have, Chase?
530 is an understatement. I moved into my apartment about 3 months ago, and I'm still moving movies over. I've started collecting when I was like 7, 8 years old, and it never stopped. And I can tell you the very first movie I ever watched on DVD.
I can too.
What was your first movie
Mine
on DVD?
was Finding Nemo.
Wow, okay, mine was a little older than that. My Giant with Billy Crystal.
Never even heard of that.
Exactly. It was like a coming of age.
It's got Steven Seagal in it.
Yes.
That's how you know it's an awesome movie.
Yes.
About that. One more comment. And this was actually informative. The film was evidently in development before Five Nights at Freddy's was a thing.
Seriously?
So it was its own original garbage. So we didn't give it enough credit for being its own terrible, terrible thing. So bravo to you. And thank you, James, for sharing that piece of information. I did not know that.
Yeah, I've had some people come up to me and say, I watched it, it was garbage. And I'm like, that's fair.
But good garbage?
I don't think it was technically good garbage.
Enjoyable garbage?
It's like taking out
the
garbage.
It's not the worst smell.
It's like throwing out Krispy Kreme donuts and letting them set out and get really burnt.
There's our word of the day for those playing alone at home. Burnt.
Straight up country.
But can you use it in a sentence?
That job they did was burnt. It smelled bad. It burnt.
All right. Well, we are off to a roaring good start here. We thank all of you who have commented so far, and those of you who I'm sure are already commenting. It would help us out a lot if you share, comment, like, even if you just add it to a playlist, something like that. Any action on a YouTube video gets us bumped up just a little bit more, and we really want to do this more often. We're sticking it at 2 weeks, every 2 weeks now, but we want to try to do it more regularly and be able to do more elaborate episodes and things like that. It'd be cool if we get special guests in here.
I think I know a guy that works at a Circle K down the street from me. But anyway, he would be a good special.
Well, I mean, we could call in some favors.
Some favors.
I have Jack Black's phone number.
I would be the guy going, we're not worthy. We're not worthy.
If you're listening on iTunes or Spotify or anything like that, you can download the episode. Just do something.
It don't take much to share.
And just you don't even have to share it.
Tag your worst enemy in it. Something.
There you go.
Be like, hey, listen to this.
Remember that time you shoved me in a toilet in high school? Here's 2 white guys talking about a Nick Cage.
Oh my gosh. Is it bad to say when you said Nick Cage, my mind went to Nick Cannon?
2 very different actors.
Both equally horrible.
Well, we can cross Nick Cannon off the celebrity guest list now. Before Trace... Wow, I cannot speak.
Did you almost call me my brother's name?
Before Chase trashes any more celebrities, we're going to take a brief intermission here. We'll be right back with more of this show, whatever it is, after this word from our sponsors. Today's episode of the Driving Me Crazy podcast is brought to you by Norm's VPN. If you spend any amount of time online, you know what a VPN does and how important it is to protect your online presence. VPNs keep your personal information, your credit card information, safe from hackers who may try to steal your identity. Norm's VPN is offering an exclusive deal to people who listen to the Driving Me Crazy podcast that is 7% off your first month using Norm's VPN. I've talked to Norm personally, and he is a great guy, ensuring me that Norm's VPN is quite possibly the safest, the most
VPN.
You have been fired. If you do not respond to our demands, there will be consequences. 0% chance of survival. End transmission.
That's Norm's VPN. You can trust Norm, he'll keep you safe.
Welcome to the Driving Me Crazy
podcast. Welcome back.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Driving Me Crazy podcast.
We have a new segment on the show that I'm calling
What is Chase watching on TV?
Wow, okay. I have a lot of things. I'm one of those, I can't just watch one thing. Lately I've been on a Studio Ghibli kick. Some friends of mine, they're like, you need to watch Howl's Moving Castle. You need to watch My Neighbor Totoro. And I'm like, well, you know what? Let me try Grave of the Firefly. Are you familiar with
more
this?
Obscure things?
Yeah.
I can only watch one thing at a time.
I can't.
Start to finish, and then I can move on. We just got the Peacock streaming app, which is free.
Is it
If
free?
you didn't know that, we learned that. It's got The Office, it's got Parks and
Oh,
Rec.
free with
it's got,
ads, isn't it?
Oh, it's got ads, but
Yeah.
like, who cares? It's free! And it's got stuff like Carol Burnett's show and a bunch of 90s shows that we've been watching. We've been watching Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh,
And
that is a
we're like-
classic.
We're like,
John Lithgow.
we're like a season and a half away from ending. What else have you done?
Let's see. I've been on a little bit of an anime, manga, I've been getting into that kind of thing.
Fruits Basket.
No, I haven't gotten into Fruits Basket.
That's the only one I know the name of.
Junji Ito is a horror manga writer, and all of his stuff is like very short story, kind of in the same line as like a
Edgar Allan Poe kind of thing?
well, it's some body horror, you have some psychological horror, you have environmental horror, and the one I'm reading now is Tomie. She dies during it, and I'm not going to go into detail of what happened, but all of a sudden, like the entire book's like 700 something pages long of manga. The whole thing's short stories, but she ends up involved in every single one of them. Like she's coming back.
That sounds really cool, actually.
It is actually really, really neat. It's
So
a definitely a unique world. So
a-
what are you watching now? Is there some things that you're really into right now?
Third Rock from the Sun is what we're watching right now, and nothing else.
Nothing else?
No, we haven't had time to do a whole lot of stuff. We've got one more week until we're actually off for summer vacation, and then we're doing the Ren Fair,
The what?
Atlanta, the Renaissance Festival.
Oh, I thought it was like Rent Fair, like the show Rent?
Yes, we're going to RentCon. It's all burning barrels, and on the hour they do that cow over the moon thing. You can pay extra to cosplay in the riot, and there's a costume contest for longest stripy scarf. At the beginning and end of every day, they drop a dog from a balcony window. So yes, not RentCon, but the Ren Fair, the Renaissance Festival in Atlanta. We went like 2 years. Well, I would say last year. I guess 2 years.
Yeah, I was
ago.
about to say, they didn't have anything last year. Last year was a ghost town for everybody.
It's all outdoor, so masks are optional and all that good stuff.
It's funny, even people going inside of banks now are required to wear a mask, where the one place that you would...
tell somebody in 2019 that they need to wear a mask to go in the bank, and they think you were setting them up on a prank show.
It's like Impractical Jokers.
Sal, put it in the bag, put it in the
Put it in the
bag.
bag. Yeah, you can do that now, and everybody's like, oh, he's just that guy.
He's being cautious for our sake.
Bank robbers have officially lost their jobs as bank robbers because everybody's posing as bank robbers.
Hey, can I help you, sir?
I did see a guy at the gas station one time wearing one of them old doctors like
The plague mask?
The plague mask.
I've been wanting to see. There's these guys in California that do stormtroopers and Mandalorian helmets as their mask, and I've just been hoping to bump into one of those guys to give me the permission to go put on my Star-Lord helmet and wear it to the target.
Of all the masks you own, I'm very surprised surprised you don't own one of those.
I know. The social aspect of having to interact with people in a full face mask twigs out my my fun-loving brain.
Sad.
I've been able to let my facial hair just go.
I know, you have more facial hair now than in the past,
And
10 years.
nobody knows because it's hidden behind my mask.
I don't think I've ever seen you with a lot of facial hair.
Well, my facial hair is directly related to how much stress I'm under in my life.
You're like a chia pet.
So if you ever
out.
ever see me clean shaven, it's been a good week. But if I got some scruff going on, you might want to check on me. I think that's all the time we got for today's episode.
Okay.
We got more coming at you real soon. Like we said earlier, do the like, comment, sharing.
Share it.
Tell somebody about it. You can do it with your mask on, where they
Or
won't even
mask off.
understand you. That's all of the Driving Me Crazy podcast for today. Until next time, I'm Avery Jones.
I'm Chase Golden.
And tune in next time when you might hear Chase Golden say,
I will get stuck.
"See you next time."